Hello and welcome to day 12 of our Advent calendar. Today we're going to go into the Old Testament, into the prophecy of Hosea. Now God told Hosea to marry Gomer, a woman with a very checkered relational history. She had been unfaithful to several husbands in the past, and it was likely that this pattern was going to repeat itself. Still, Hosea heard God's word and he was going to obey it, even if his personal sacrifice was going to be huge. Now, just press the story's pause button for a moment and notice something about what God is doing here. Marrying Gomer, with all the sacrifice, especially the sacrifice of his reputation that would bring, was God's direction for Hosea. And we sometimes assume that God's plan for our lives will always be the easiest, the most rewarding, or the most comfortable. Now that certainly wasn't the case for Hosea. And it wasn't the case for Jesus' family when he was born. God was illustrating in Hosea's life a much bigger story. And the story was simple. The nation of Israel was like unfaithful Gomer, constantly falling in love with this idea or that religion or another philosophy. And yet, in spite of all their unfaithfulness, God still loved Israel and wanted the best for him, whatever God's personal sacrifice. Now, midway through Hosea's prophecy, God spills out his deep and intense love for the nation of Israel. And he uses these words. When Israel was a child, I loved him, and out of Egypt I called my son. Okay, now let's wind the clock forward to the 2 years after Jesus' birth. An evil monarch, Herod, who felt threatened by the arrival of this baby, began a vicious pogrom against all Hebrew babies. Simultaneously, an angel appeared to Joseph to warn him of the king's threat. And here's how Matthew records what happened next. Joseph got up and took the child and his mother during the night and left for Egypt, where he stayed until the death of Herod. And so was fulfilled what the Lord had said through the prophet Hosea, out of Egypt I called my son. I don't know about you, but I am amazed at the foresight of God in giving the prophecy in the first place, and at the precision timing of these visits of his angels to bring it about. It shows me the lengths that God went to in order to protect his son from the very real and present danger. He led Jesus' family into a brief exile in Egypt, and he led them out again. It shows us that God is with us in times when life is easy and in moments when it's not. Even Jesus was under threat, and God was with him and his family throughout the temporary stay in a country that wasn't their home. So my friend, wherever you end up this Christmas, may you know that the same God is with you, wherever that happens to be. God bless you. Hello again. If you're watching this on YouTube, you might like to subscribe. There's a little button below this frame, and then you'll get an alert to tell you when the next one comes out. You could also like it, or you could leave a comment and join in the conversation. It would be great to hear from you.